Jacks, most of them ejected, but Tank still out here facing Brandon P. We are joined by a man very familiar to our fans, Steve Prazak. And Steve, look, I know Dan, JJ knows Dan. You worked with the man for 5 years as compared to us for 1 or 2 each. What the heck is going through this guy's mind?
He's lost what few marbles he has left. What has gone through the mind of Dan Wilson? Maybe too many Merciful Fate albums or something. He's completely lost it. But mind you now, he's got an alliance of some of the most dangerous human beings who are walking the planet. And that's not good news for NWA Anarchy.
Well, you know what? You're damn right it's not good news. I mean, they're after our jobs. They want to see this building destroyed. I don't think they're going to rest in this building burnt.
But wait a second, JJ. I mean, you work for NWA Anarchy, right?
Yes, I do.
If this building is destroyed, if this promotion is gone, you're unemployed.
I know that.
That's the point.
I'm scared.
Well, you should be with this bunch.
Well, right now, Brandon P., who has served as the first line of defense against the Devil's Rejects, in here with the strong style Psycho Tank. Tank, a veteran of death matches around the world. One of the most dangerous human beings in all the sport of professional wrestling, as you mentioned, Steve. And right now, no regard. These guys have never been cared about winning a match. Winning or losing doesn't matter. They're just here to hurt people and to bury something that so many people have worked so hard to put together in NWA Anarchy. And you've got, I've said it once, I'll say it again. You've got the reincarnation of Jeffrey Dahmer sitting down here in the corner with some 7-foot-tall freak standing behind him, pulling the strings like the master puppet. And I could have swore that Azrael was ejected.
Well, apparently Azrael is back.
Well, these guys, they don't play by any rules. They play by their own rules. And now the match has started, it's almost certain there's nothing Jerry Palmer can do about it.
I'll tell you, there's so much wrestling on the shoulders of Brandon P. Seems like NWA Anarchy, the very existence is hanging in the balance.
In many ways, that is very true. Right now, Tank pulling Brandon P. to his feet. Brandon P., among others, has tried to defend this promotion. Rudy Boy Gonzalez sent members of the Texas Wrestling Academy here to try to help stop the Rejects. Brandon P. faced off against Azrael, trying to stop the Rejects. He and Kory Chavis.
Guys, Shaun is out here again. Shaun is back out.
I think some security was definitely an order here. But now Shaun Tempers joining Azrael in the opposite corners of the building here, and Tank is just demolishing Brandon P.
Shaun Tempers turned his back on his partner Ace Rockwell, and here's Iceberg.
Looks like that ejection concept didn't work very well with the Rejects.
It certainly doesn't. Now Tank going to town with knee after knee to the back of the head of Brandon P. Now look, I know there's security in this building somewhere, and somebody's got to be watching a monitor. Somebody want to come out here and get these guys out of here?
I tell you what, why don't you two go down there and try to get them out of here?
You out of your ever-loving mind.
Well, then you stop calling for somebody else.
I know, personally, I wish I could, but it is not good news at all for one's self-preservation. Oh, Iceberg is staring a hole at me. God, it gives me chills just to, ugh.
You know, there's no emergency exit. You got to go that way to leave.
Yeah, fair enough point there, J squared. Brandon P. valiantly trying to fight back, but Tank wobbles and he sure doesn't fall down.
And Tank caught him. Big backbreaker to Brandon P. Brandon P. putting forth a valiant effort, as we have seen him do time and again, and now just a blatant choke. Referee Speedy Nelson administering his count. Not that that really means a whole lot with these guys at ringside.
Tank in recent weeks, I mean, doesn't show you the wide variety of style that Tank's been through. I mean, he's been through toe-to-toe with guys like Samoa Joe. You talked about the deathmatch tournaments. I mean, this guy here is sadistic.
Well, fits the modus operandi of one Dan Wilson very well. Now, of course, before I ever set foot in this building to, in Dan Wilson's words, be a second-rate replacement for him.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Yeah. before I ever set foot in this building as a play-by-play announcer, of course, I watched Wildside on TV. I never saw any of these tendencies come out of Dan Wilson.
No, it's like Dan Wilson in an alternate universe. Absolutely bizarre, and he was apparently the source for breaking up the team of Pomp and Circumstance just a few weeks ago here at NWA Anarchy.
He was very much the source. He gave them the same choice he gave you moments ago, and when he gave them that choice, Shaun Tempers literally threw his partner Ace Rockwell to the wolves. Right now, Brandon P.
I don't know if this is the smart thing on Brandon P's part. I mean, he's trying to go toe-to-toe with Tank.
Well, that would be a right hand that's just staggered the strong style Psycho. Come on, Brandon P., get out.
I don't think Brandon P has much of a choice in the matter. He signed a match with Tank, and you know Brandon P's not going to back out of this opportunity. But unfortunately, I think P is even aware that other members of the Devil's Rejects are encircling the ring.
Oh, Brandon P's got to be operating on instinct. He's on the top rope. Big missile drop kick. Down goes the strong style Psycho.
Boy, Tank does go down, doesn't he?
Tank is down. And Azrael in the ring. The Rejects are all over Brandon P. And here comes Kory Chavis. Kory Chavis, the Soul Assassin. Right hand. Here comes Ace Rockwell.
I didn't even know he was medically cleared to be here. But we've got it. It's 3. Well, it's 2-on-2, 2-on-4 right now. Brandon P is down.
Ace Rockwell and the Soul Assassin trying to clear the ring. Only Tank remains.
Well, Ace Rockwell has eyes for his former tag team partner, Shaun Tempers, as the Dragon calls his troops, and I think the word is retreat.